Hey again. So I'm back. I'm gonna be doing some cooking, but what I have here is some tea. This is for mainly urinary and uterine health and hormonal balance. So this is the base tea, and what I'll probably do is I'll probably add a shot of ashwagandha of my new vitamin water mixture here. So it basically mimics the taste of vitamin water XXX, which is my favorite vitamin water. I actually have some already. Like, yeah, it's this kind. So yeah, this is my favorite vitamin water. But the issue is, like, they're so addictive, you know. It's like I will drink a lot of it and then my stomach will start hurting or whatever. But with this recipe, with this tea recipe, like, I can drink it a lot and that'd be fine. And what I do is, obviously, vitamin water is cold and I want to mimic that. So I make this the night before, and that, as it cools down, depending on what time I make the tea, then I'll put it in the refrigerator and just have it, yeah, just drink it cold. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to make I'm gonna start with the breakfast first because the chicken is still thawing, unfortunately, and it's already late. But I might just thaw it in the microwave. But yeah, so that is that. I'm gonna make some breakfast, pre-make breakfast first. Hopefully I don't eat some. So this is the pre-made breakfast. Let me just get a sausage. So it was a bunch of sausage in here already. But I was snacking on them while I prepared the other meal. So mm, mm, mm. I completely forgot what the name of this sausage is, but it's basically, you can find it in the breakfast sausage section, and it looked like a horseshoe shape. And the way the sausage is shaped like a horseshoe kind of. And yeah, it's in those packages, and I think that's the only one that's like that. So, but there's the sausage, and what I put was pepper, turmeric, cayenne, and a little bit of salt on the sausage, and they taste amazing. That's why, it was basically, you couldn't even see the eggs underneath before. Like, it was just all sausage, and like I've been snacking on it for a while. The eggs are, I put some almond milk instead of whole milk. So 6 eggs, a little bit of almond milk, and just to make them fluffy. Then there's green onions, pepper, and then while it was cooking, I added some cheddar cheese and spinach. So that's that. It tastes amazing. Like, I want to eat breakfast now, but I'm gonna try my best to hold off. So next we have, now that the breakfast is finished, we have, I'm just preparing the toppings or the side dish for the chicken. And this is basically what I did was I soaked the red onions in apple cider vinegar and a little bit of brown sugar. So I let that sit for just a little while as I prepared the other vegetables. And so then there's the red onions, and then there's the yellow onions, then there's the green peppers, and then I added kale. And so yeah, just experimenting with some different flavors. So I've never did the apple cider vinegar with all these other ingredients before. Normally I just do, if I'm gonna make caramelized onions, then I'll just leave it at that. But I decided to add some more. I have the leafy greens in there because I've been lacking on my leafy greens lately. And so it was a ton in here. And so yeah, they just welted down into these little tiny bits. And so I'm about to take this out and add the chicken very soon. I think this is actually gonna turn out good. So yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. I haven't even prepared the chicken, but what I'm going to do, since I won't have time tonight to marinate chicken, I made the sauce. I might show y'all. So I made the sauce, and then yeah, I'm just gonna let the sauce, or let the chicken kind of cook in the sauce once both sides look slightly done. So yeah, I'm gonna prepare this chicken. I always cut my chicken breast in half just so that it cooks thoroughly. Yeah, so I'm gonna get to it and I'm gonna show y'all the in-between or the end result. We'll see. Hey y'all, so I am back. Yeah, so I'm making the chicken. I didn't have enough time to let it completely thaw out because tonight is the new moon and I wanted to do my new moon intentions. I already know what they are, so I'm not like rushing or anything, but I do want to do it before midnight. So yeah, I just figured I'd make them diced. And what I included, I don't remember everything because you know I just be in the zone. I just put anything in my seasoning, but it always comes out good. But for sure, you can probably tell there is turmeric in here. I did put a little bit of cayenne and paprika on here. Of course, salt and pepper. I put some lemon balm herbs on here, as well as some freshly squeezed lemon. And then just a little bit of the squeezed lemon though. And then what else? Rosemary, thyme, and some garlic, I think. Oh no, some ginger. I like turmeric and ginger together, so I figured I'd do a little bit of that. So this is actually almost finished enough for me to add the seasoning, and oh my goodness, y'all, hold on now. This that I made earlier tastes so good. Like, I cannot believe how good this tastes. So just to recap, I added apple cider vinegar, the one with the mother, and then just a little bit of sugar. It's not brown sugar, I'm sorry, it's actually this sugar, which I absolutely love. You've probably seen it on some other videos if you've been following me for a while. And yeah, so I love it. I only let the red onions sit in there with the apple cider vinegar and the sugar. And then but what I did when I was cooking this is I poured the apple cider vinegar and sugar mixture into the pan. So the other vegetables also got simmered in there, it's just not as long as the red onions. And yeah, and so I put the kale in at the very end just because, you know, it cooks faster, so I wanted it to be nice. And this alone tastes so good. Like, I would highly recommend y'all try this and just add it to your food. I'm gonna go ahead and what I'm gonna do is only use half of this in tonight's meal, and I'm gonna save the rest for when I cook a steak, because I feel like this would taste amazing in a steak. So yeah, so I have my sauce right here, and so the ingredients are the same as what I put on top of here, but I'm gonna let, you know, stir this around one more good time. I think most of them should be finished. The issue is, like, some of them were frozen, so So there's teriyaki. Oh, in addition to the seasoning that's on that I mentioned earlier, there's teriyaki sauce and Worcestershire, however you say it, sauce in here as well. I like just playing around with flavors, you know. I know normally you don't really need this many flavors in one dish, but in my experience, it just makes it taste better. Like, why not? So I'm gonna let this simmer, and then I'm gonna add the vegetables. So here are the vegetables I added in. I added a little bit over a half just because I just realized my steak dishes are usually not as big as the chicken dishes. I use 3 chicken breasts here, and I know for the steak dish I'm not going to be using that much. So yeah, so I'm just going to stir this all in, and it's going to be great because you know you have the leafy green here with the kale, and this is not the dinosaur kale but the other kind of kale, and it's the one that's more scrunchy. It's more leafy, I guess you can say. But for some reason, I like the dinosaur kale better for juicing. But I haven't been seeing it much at Kroger when I've been the last couple of trips. So hopefully, you know, maybe I'll have to go to Randazzo's or, you know, just a different grocery store. But yeah, so, oh my goodness, it's smelling good too. I'm really glad I did that soaking or like just putting in apple cider vinegar. There was no apple cider vinegar in the sauce that I just poured in though, just to know. So yeah, I'm gonna let this cook. You know, I'll get some, you know. So tonight I'm just gonna have this and just use like these vegetables as my sides, or maybe I'll take some extra of the onions and peppers and kale and just make that into like a mini side dish for the chicken. But originally my plan was to have a side of rice, but I should have thought of that earlier. I should have remembered that earlier. So tomorrow I'll just have like a side of rice with it, and I'm sure it'll taste amazing. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. It looks very yellow on the screen, but not so much in person. Well, it looks orange in person. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I will be back to show y'all what the other versions of this dish can look like. Ooh, I might do beans actually. We'll see. Or green beans. Ooh. Anyways, alright, I'm getting hungry. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. This is a variation of the dish from the chicken and stuff that I made yesterday. What I did was I just heated the chicken on the stove and I made some white rice. I was gonna do brown rice, but I was like, nah, this dish is so spicy that it needs the sweetness of white rice. So yeah, this is it. I absolutely love this dish. I will definitely be making it again, and I highly recommend it. I also put some of those leftover vegetables, the uncooked vegetables from yesterday, if you can notice here. But yeah, oh, this tastes so good. I should have posted what I ate last night, but just imagine this dish without rice. It was basically what I ate last night after I finished cooking the meal and ended the last portion of the video. But yeah, don't y'all, ooh, this tastes so good. I'm sorry, sometimes the pictures don't really do it justice, but I be so excited about my food because it just turns out so good. And I can just imagine where like I just like stayed away from cooking for so many years when I was like younger, and just to turn out to be older and now I know how to cook, I'm just so happy. Like but yeah, this is it. I like this little clear bowl. I got it off wait, where did I get this? I either got it from TJ Maxx, so you know, pro tip, like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, like those type of stores, like in the back of the store, usually where they have the home goods, you can find some really good deals. So I think I got it from there. If not, I probably got it from Amazon. But I don't really see myself buying old from Amazon. So I probably did pick it up at the store when I was just, you know, perusing when I shouldn't be spending money. But yeah, so this is it. Cannot wait to dig in. I just wanted to show y'all before I dug in. Here, let me get my fork. So I have made like a rice ball in the middle. So yeah, it's just a bunch of rice at the bottom. I didn't put that much chicken in this dish. There's a lot of chicken left over, so I definitely made the right decision, just, you know, getting it all out the way and cooking it so I can just not have to cook as much during the week. So yeah. And the other thing I did is after I had, you know, put the chicken in this dish with the rice and everything, I poured I poured teriyaki sauce on it. So the thing about this dish is it's not super spicy. I would say it's mildly spicy. So if you don't like spice, then definitely just remove, you know, only put like a little bit of cayenne. But the thing is, like, when you mix all the different flavors together, individually it might not taste spicy, but like together it tastes spicy. So, you know, just a little bit of cayenne with that turmeric as well as the ginger on top of these peppers and onions that were basically cooked in that apple cider vinegar that I told y'all about. It makes it have a spicy flavor, and obviously black pepper as well, because I cannot cook a dish without black pepper. So yeah, just be mindful of that if you're not into spicy foods, but this tastes amazing. I'm definitely gonna make it again. All right, I'm done talking. I'm done hyping myself up. Okay. All right, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.